Invest for Excel is your complete solution for capital budgeting, cash flow modeling, investment appraisals, valuations, impairment testing, and much, much more. I hope you enjoy this short overview, which will take you through the steps needed to set up and analyze an investment decision.
The startup screen of Invest for Excel gives a good overview of the program's functionality. When doing a calculation, you typically start from basic values top left. Here you give the general assumptions for your calculation. Then press the button with the pointing finger to go to next screen, where you enter your contact information and where you have a possibility to shortly describe the case you are simulating. Next step would be to enter capital expenditures in the investment screen. You may enter the investments according to payment schedule, and you may separate partial investments on different rows. You also have the possibility to let Invest for Excel calculate depreciations for you. Continue to profit calculation. Consider the profit calculation as a profit and loss account. Here you enter all the income items and cost items related to the project you are planning. You may go as detailed as you need in order to model exactly your own business. As a result, you will have the income statement view of your project or business. The next screen is working capital statement. Here it is easy to find out how much money will be tied up in working capital. Example of items in working capital is account receivable, inventories, accounts payable. These items may be automatically calculated based on term of payment or turnaround period in days. Working capital is often forgotten in investment planning, although it may require more funding than the investment itself. The cash flow statement is a report, giving a good overview of the project or business. The free cash flow row is the most important row because the profitability indicators are based on that one. Also, the last row, cumulative total cash flow, shows the need for financing for this project. Financing may also be entered here. The balance sheet statement is a report of the assets and shareholders' equity and liabilities of the project. The balance sheet is included only in versions Pro and Enterprise. You may also enter an opening balance for historical periods, and you may also include historical periods in the income statement. The overall profitability of the project or investment is shown in the profitability analysis screen. Here you see how the investment pays itself back. The most used indicators are net present value, internal rate of return, and payback. Other supporting ratios are net present value to monthly annuity, modified internal rate of return, profitability index, and return on net assets. The net present value is broken down in components. For acquisitions and in impairment tests, additional ratios are shown here. In the comparison table, you can store the results of different calculations. You can have alternative investments side by side in order to select the best one. It may be different scenarios like best case, plan and worst case. It may be alternative technology, competing suppliers, different sizes of investments or for instance outsourcing. The alternative cases may also be compared graphically. Here is net present value of the alternatives, internal rate of return, payback time in years. Sensitivity analysis. Invest offers standard reports for what-if analysis. Discount factor. How will different discount rates affect the result? Total investment. What if investment cost will be 20% higher than planned? And income level or net sales. What if we are too optimistic about sales? How will that affect the result? Variable costs. What if variable costs are higher than planned? Or fixed costs? What if overhead costs are higher? And also you can look at income divided separate variables, like for instance price of end product. So you see the result with different prices for your product.
Interested in learning more about this world-class financial analysis tool? Go to investforexcel.us and download a free 30-day trial of the Pro Edition and give it a try.